For the past few weeks, our days have been all about fixing things on the boat and patiently waiting for parcels to arrive. But now, with everything sorted, we're finally free to set sail again. As summer starts to wind down, it's time to head west towards our winter destination in Tunisia. First though, we're taking a shortcut through the iconic Corinth Canal into the Gulf of Corinth, where we're treated to beautiful anchorages and some blissful flat water sailing.
Now we have Starlink, we can head back to the Corinth Canal and get ready to go through.
Yeah, I feel like first time in probably 3 weeks, we're free.
Yeah.
Because we're not waiting on, some logistics of when that thing's going to be delivered. Very happy that it's here, but very happy that we're now free and can get on with our summer journey.
Yeah. So making our way up to close to the canal today. How long are we going to be sailing for, do you reckon?
Oh, probably about 6 hours, maybe 7 hours.
We headed off at about 9:30 a.m, so that'll take us most of the day.
Yeah.
And then we'd be set to go through in the morning, which would be exciting.
Yeah, I'm planning to anchor not too far away, like a couple nautical miles away from the entrance. So we should be able to go through first thing.
Now, I'm sorry about all the background noise, but that's because we're zooming along with our code 0 up. What are we doing?
About 7 knots.
Have a look at this.
Welcome aboard. We are Jude and Richard. We bought a boat, got married, said goodbye to family and friends and went sailing. We hope one day to sail the world, but right now we're exploring the spectacular Med as we build our sailing experience and develop Helios for crossing oceans. We'd love you to subscribe to our channel. It's free and it helps the channel grow. We're grateful to those who support us by joining the Sailing Helios crew. Crew get access to our episodes ad-free and enjoy lots of other exclusive content. To find out more, go to sailinghelios.com.
We're sinking the dinghy. It is almost full with water because it's the outboard has popped down. Usually we did lean it up, but we're going so quickly this morning it must have caught. It's popped down, which has pulled the stern down, and now we're going so quickly with the code 0, it's now flooding up the back. Have a look. So we're going to pull in the code 0. So we're going to go up into the wind. We'll pull the code 0 in. We're going to head to wind, and Richard's going to have to climb in the dinghy and bucket it out. So Richard had put the auto helm on a wind setting and set to head to wind, which was fine. And then I was helping Richard bring the dinghy in, so I didn't have to watch the helm, but it alarmed. So sometimes the auto helm can't manage, and it says it's reached its rudder limit. So it was alarming me to say it wasn't actually keeping it to wind. So I had to take over to manually keep it to wind for a bit, because we're near the coast and it was gusty. Can I just say, babe, well spotted.
Yeah.
I could have done it.
Yeah, we could have sunk it.
Yeah.
That would have been a bit of a disaster for the outboard engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just rooster tailing off the outboard motor. For some reason, it likes to turn itself sideways when it goes through the water. It should be up. I jumped in there this morning to put it up, and I must have forgotten to put it up. Or I put it up and it somehow fallen down.
Yeah.
Anyway, lesson learned, deal with it when you see it.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's not going to be good with the code 0.
Yep. Good job, honey. We get the code 0 back up?
Yeah, I'll get that down.
Cool.
Let's go.
I'm just too slow on that move.
It's I don't know why it was so hard. Because you couldn't pull it by hand, and normally, though we do have it very much more backward. Normally it's coming out before. We've got apparent breeze coming more on. Anyway. Very gusty here. It's got a little problem with the code 0. So when we filled it up in a rush, just sort out the dinghy, we didn't do a very good fill. We got a bag at the top. It means that when you unfill, you can end up with the top being trapped by the air in that bag and not spinning, and the bottom spins, and so it just creates this little knot in the middle. So I'm going to have to try and wind it back in a bit and then see if we can pull that out.
Do you want me to check it?
I think we've got it. Pull back in about halfway, so I got to that knot. The sheet eased, and then she seemed to flip out. Look good? Excellent. We've had that happen once before, and we just couldn't free it up at all, and ended up having just to take down the code 0 and sort it out on the dock, which is not ideal because we want to use it a lot today.
Down there from being on such a heel. It looks like it's only my weight that was keeping the cushion on.
We're under engine. Things changed pretty quickly when we got round the end of the island. Had a good sort of 10-12 knots there for a little bit, and then it's just dropped down. We've gone from having a northerly 360, 355 down to 223. So the wind has changed around dramatically. So it's pretty much on the nose. We want to go at about 4 knots, so we're just motoring. Forecast is for it to build from the north and then come all the way around to the east. So I think the forecast just put all those different wind strengths and directions in a day that maybe hopefully at some point they're right.
Lovely tomatoes, look. So much flesh in them. This big boat coming up behind us is getting closer and closer. Our instruments tell us that the closest point of approach is 150 metres, so we're not going to hit them. But we're the stand-on vessel, we don't have to do anything. They could change their course, but they have another problem. There's another sailing boat just off to their port. So it'd probably be the nice thing for us to do is to turn to starboard. But we'll just see, just wait for a minute. Besides, we're in the middle of lunch. Let's have a look.
Only a couple of miles to go now, and it's beautiful sailing conditions. 8.6 knots, and we're doing about 5.4 speed over ground. It's just flat, like flat water. So the canal is in the end of let's say the end of a bay. So we're just going to bear our way to starboard very soon and head towards the anchorage, which is not far from the entrance to the canal, and we'll spend the night there. It's just a few big ships we need to work our way around at anchor up here. We're just going headwind, so I'm sitting on a wind hold on the autopilot, straight into the wind, and that's looking good. So you need to drop a mate.
Countdown.
Yes, it's the morning. We go through the canal.
It's pretty exciting.
And then pretty unknown as well. So I've got to call the port canal control office, I suppose.
We don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
We don't know what to say.
Yeah. Somebody called them the canal office, so I'll do that. And I need to make arrangements to come alongside and pay. You can pay online, but you've got to do it more than 24 hours before you do your booking, which we haven't done. And there is a fuel tanker that's here as well, so we're going to try and get fuel at the same time. I just don't want to miss our passage through, because when they tell you to go, you've got to go.
But neither do we want to have to just circle or come back and anchor, because it takes about maybe more than an hour, doesn't it, to go through, and then because then it closes in one direction and then they come back the other way.
Yeah, I reckon it's probably every 2 hours things are going through.
So we're trying to time it, but we don't quite know their timing. We're watching for boats coming out.
Yeah, I'm here listening to traffic, and I think traffic has entered the other end about 15 minutes ago. so we can't be too far away. Anyway, so we're just getting the boat prepared. We're going to go port side onto the fuel dock.
Okay.
And so we've put a couple of lines out.
I wonder what little fenders out there. Apparently it's yucky and dirty or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll get ourselves ready to go.
Okay, I'll go and prepare downstairs.
All right.
First step successful. We pulled into the dock, tied off very nicely. A lovely man came to help. Richard's gone up to the Port Authority to pay for the canal. And fuel is now full, 92 litres, good guess for 100. And Richard will come back and he'll have to pay at the truck. It's a different entity, so I'll just hang around the boat for a bit. It's very exciting. This canal the inception was 25 centuries ago, 600 BC. They first thought about putting this canal in, and it was stalled because the water on this side, the east side, was lower than the water on the west side, so they thought it would cause flooding and uncontrolled. They had no idea how much flooding and flood the island, so they stopped it. And a few different times across history, again in 300 BC, then again around 600 AD, the Romans started, huge amount of work, thousands of slaves. Like, it's a huge history here. And it actually wasn't completed until the late 19th century, 1893, I think it was completed. It's pretty cool. So when Richard radioed to ask for permission to come to the dock alongside of Pay, I mean, bless them for having such good English. We do assume that the radio operators will speak English, and they do.
Oh, they do.
But sometimes it's hard to understand on the radio and with their accents or our accents. And anyway, so Richard goes, this is sailing vessel Helios, seeking permission to enter the dock. And the guy said, "Are you a tanker?" To which Richard said,
"No, I'm a sailing vessel."
And he said it again, "Are you a tanker?" What he meant was, "Are you at anchor?"
Well, he said something again that sounded like, "What's your transit time?" or something like that. And I said, "Well, we're booked for 10 a.m.
Anyway, he was asking whether we were at anchor. Not whether we were a tanker. Anyway, just thought you'd like that. So we've just been told to get ready. I can see a boat coming out. We're getting our lines off, but this is so exciting. I feel like we're going through history.
Okay, you can release now, honey.
Barrel's released. Line secure. And we're going through the canal. Come with us, come and see. Bye-bye, Corinth Canal. That was awesome. I was so happy we did that. It's beautifully peaceful. I've taken the opportunity to start cooking lunch. Richard, how fast are we going?
2 knots.
Woohoo.
I'm surprised we're doing that. We've got 4.2 knots of wind.
Yeah.
It's clocking around to the north a little bit.
Well, good chance to get lunch, darling.
I think so.
It's nearly ready. I'll go and get it. Well, we couldn't ask for a stiller lunch. Our anchorages aren't even this still. We're doing 1.5 knots.
Finished lunch, I think it's time to put the motor on. But isn't it beautiful? It's about 5:30 p.m. So we're looking for somewhere to stop for the night. We've come into this bay that looked like it'd be a good bay, but there's a big fish farm that actually takes up the whole bit we're going to anchor in. So we can't go there, so we're just heading a little bit further in and see what it looks like. It's been a lovely day. We've probably been motoring, we've been motoring since lunchtime when we lost the wind, really, at about 1:30 or 2 p.m. But it's been a very lovely flat sea. Good day.
There's a bay up here that doesn't look too bad. There's actually a dock you can go onto. It's hard to know whether it's free or it costs $10. It looks like a nice sheltered bay, and we've suddenly got 12 knots in northerly. This looks well sheltered from the north, so we might just go in there. It's just up around the little headland up here.
Much calmer. We're having gusts there of nearly 30 knots. We get into here and it's chill. Oh, that was a big afternoon. How long we had the motor on for?
I say close to probably 4 hours now.
And it's calmer here.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, it was really, really gusty at the top end of the bay there. It was 25 knots, and then you could just, I mean, the water's calm here, which was I was expecting. I was just worried that it could be funneling down here, and we've got 25, 30 knots as we're trying to anchor.
And we were able to find a spot that's fairly shallow.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Right.
6 metres we dropped on.
Yeah. Nice.
So that's good. Another boat coming in behind us and looking to anchor. But that's good. So day's done.
Yay. That was a great day.
Was a great day.
Yeah.
Very still morning this morning. Spent 2 days here in this anchorage. So when we came it was blowing 25 knots as we entered, and but it calmed down pretty quickly. And yesterday it was reasonably calm, just little bits of wind. I'll try and do about 30 nautical miles today. Haven't got much time left in Greece. We're trying to get out by the end of the month, so we don't have to pay another month of TPI. That's the cruising tax. So we've got about 12 days to go. Beautiful little harbour. A couple more boats have just come in, and there's houses up on the hill and little jetties with people swimming, and just a cute little marina and a few houses scattered around the outside. So this is a beautiful little natural harbour that in the in one corner of it they've created a breakwater and pontoons for a marina. A few houses scattered round. You can hear the local garbage truck doing its rounds in the morning, and it's the smallest garbage truck I've ever seen, I think.
Now these are actually all separate islands. That's an island. It goes around to there, but that's a separate island. You can get around that. And that's a separate island. So none of the stuff that we can see is mainland. Well, except the mountains in the distance.
It's a little cluster of islands, and we're in the beautiful still water between them.
Yeah.
Two things we do first thing in the morning is put the swim platform down, ready for the day of swimming, and put the flag up. And I've got a surprise for the flag. He's looking a bit faded. So I thought it was time to fish in our little flag purse. So I thought we brought another one. We have another Aussie flag. Look at the difference. So today, Aussie's getting an upgrade. Oh my God, so faded. Some at the top.
Scratches, aren't
I don't think so. No, it's coming off. Give it a polish. Look at that. Hey, only just. I pull it tight. So now we just need a little bit of line to tie it there. Oh, that needs melting. One job done for the day. We're in Nafpaktos, right at the western end of the Gulf of Corinth. We're not far from the bridge. And there's a beautiful town. It's early in the morning and we're dying for a coffee. So it's about 9 a.m. Still and beautiful. We're heading into town.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to going to this walled marina.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
We'll show you. This is so cool. Look at the size of the wall. It's not very tall, but it's so thick. This is so lovely and unexpected. Apparently it was first built in between the 5th and the 4th centuries BC. And it was Ottoman for a long time. And there was a famous battle here in 1571 where the author of Don Quixote lost his left hand, and he said it was the pride of his life because it empowered his right hand, and he wrote an amazing book. Think of that, 2,500 years. This has been here. Look through here, you'll see Helios. Hey Helios! Thank you.
Yes, S02E your drink.
Thank you.
Thank you. Coaster. So this is the part of the wall, the town wall that goes right up to the castle that's on the top of the hill. This is the last bit of it this year. And you can see it across the road where it becomes the harbour wall. Martin Primary School. What a lovely morning in town. Very successful. We had a good walk around, a nice coffee, deposited our recycle, and got some fresh fruit and veg.
And water.
Ah yes, and bottled water. It's pretty cool to think that we're exiting the harbour, that boats have exited for, what, 26 centuries. Very nice, just on dusk. We came here this morning and it was empty. Now it's starting to wake up. Oh, it's good. It's like the whole town is a restaurant. It's just restaurant after restaurant. Well, this part of town at least. They've done a really good job of the lighting, haven't they? Good on them. Have a look through here. So do you think this is the author of Don Quixote?
No, I believe it's that one over there.
Why?
Well, it's just on No Foreign Land. And he said that's the one over there. But I'm not sure.
Cute shorts. There's Helios out waiting for us. Remember to put the anchor light on this time.